Coming up on DITV, today is one day for Iowa, and we'll tell you what that means.
And later, Iowa Senator Chuck Grassley investigates a foreign intellectual threat.
Have you voted for the Women's Basketball College Player and Coach of the Year?
We'll show you how in sports.
Is the recent weather too good to be true? Find out more in weather.
All that and more is coming up on this Wednesday, April 3rd edition of DITV.
Don't click away, it all starts now.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Kaylin Cluck.
And I'm Becca Scatting. On Tuesday, the University of Iowa Center for Advancement held their semester annual Life with Phil talk. The featured speaker was Dave Dirks, a UI graduate and alum. Dirks spoke on his nearly 50-year career that he's had at the university. Focusing on the power of philanthropy, Dirks spoke extensively on the topic.
But to each of us, there is something more out there. Something that allows us to say that in the twilight years of our life that we have made a difference, that we have touched other lives, that our life did indeed have meaning. Charitable giving is one of the few ways that can be accomplished. And as one of my colleagues is fond of saying, as fundraisers, we consider ourselves dream weavers to many. We help people fulfill their dreams and their legacy that will ultimately help to define their lives.
The talk was in association with the university's annual Phil's Week or Philanthropy Week, a week focused on the impact philanthropy can have on students.
And today, the university is celebrating One Day for Iowa, a day dedicated to making a difference to Hawkeyes everywhere. DITV News reporter Abby Nopolis has more.
April 3rd, 2019 marks the annual One Day for Iowa event, a 24-hour online donation forum that gives Hawkeyes the opportunity to contribute to a wide variety of University of Iowa programs. Behind the event is the University of Iowa Center for Advancement, with a goal to involve as many people in One Day for Iowa as possible.
So we started doing a 24-hour giving day a little more than 3 years ago, and we just thought about it would be a great opportunity to give people a sense of urgency, that, what can we do in 24 hours? How much money can we raise? And more importantly, how many people can we get engaged in the effort?
The website also provides social media shareables, which are pictures promoting the day that are open for any Hawkeye to use on their own personal media.
So we encourage students as well as faculty and staff to really spread the word with alumni and friends by sharing messages online, by changing their profile picture to One Day for Iowa and things like that.
With the success of the past two events, One Day for Iowa has their goals set out for 2019.
So over our past two giving days, we've received more than 2,900 gifts and more than $3.1 million. And our goal really is to keep growing the number of gifts. But really, again, it's really about the number of people that we get to give back and we get to be involved with the University of Iowa.
To participate in the One Day for Iowa event, visit donate.givetooiowa.org. The clock is literally ticking. Reporting from the University of Iowa Center for Advancement, this is Abby Nopolis for DITV.
Iowa Republican Senator Chuck Grassley has been investigating foreign threats regarding U.S. research institutions. With more is Daily Iowan reporter Katie Ann McCarver in the newsroom. Good morning, Katie.
Good morning.
So, Katie, why is Senator Grassley voicing his concerns regarding foreign intellectual threats?
Yeah, so this investigation began due to secured and unsecured briefings on national security issues regarding foreign countries, and although Senator Grassley is still seeking more information on the potential problem, he has advised higher learning institutions such as the UI to take necessary precautions.
And so then how is the university responding to the news?
So the Office of the Vice President for Research has said that they're very thankful for foreign contribution to their research. However, they have sent out a letter to UI faculty reminding them that any professional relationships with foreign entities must be disclosed.
Katie Ann McCarver, live in the newsroom. Thank you.
Iowa's 2 new congressional delegation members are rushing and pointing to the bipartisan legislation within their first 3 months of lawmaking. Recently elected Democratic Representative Abby Finkenauer campaigned with the message of growing up in a working-class family. One of the youngest women ever elected to Congress at the age of 29 and one of 2 first women elected to Washington's lower chamber from Iowa, her and freshman Democratic Representative Sydney Axne are hard at work with what they're passionate about.
And that's why I'm doing the work that I'm doing out here in Washington for my constituency. Listen, you brought up the Green New Deal, you brought up Medicare for All. I directed the state's energy and environment plan for the state of Iowa, helped make Iowa #2 in wind production in the country. I've helped bring in the renewable fuels into Iowa. I compost in the middle of winter in the Midwest. That is about as hard as you can get. I totally understand we need to address climate change. We can't do that with a white paper. We need to do that with appropriate laws and with actual tangible things that we're doing on the ground.
Finkenauer and Axne defeated Republican opponents in 2018 after now Republican President Donald Trump had won Iowa. For more on the story, you can check out Ethics and Politics report Sarah Watson's story in today's Daily Iowan.
And you saw her earlier in our show, but reporter Abby Nopolis can do it all.
That's right. Here with your local weather is Abby. Abby, take it away.
Thanks, ladies. Well, jacket weather is what Iowa City has been experiencing these past couple weeks. And with a few days here and there that do call for an umbrella, we are looking forward. And we're seeing some days that call for less layers. Unfortunately, this Wednesday is one of those days that's going to call for that umbrella. Right now, today's high is still going to reach a comfortable 58 degrees, but with cloudy skies and an 80% chance of scattered rain showers in isolated areas this afternoon. Tonight, we see the low drop to a 42 degrees with a 90% chance of that rain sticking around. Throughout the night, as for the extended forecast, Thursday is going to be mostly cloudy and stay in those 50s with the high in 54 and the low at 43. Now, just in time for the weekend, we are going to see the sun start to poke out, with Friday being partly cloudy, but the high going up to 64 degrees and a low of 46. And Saturday, the high shoots up to an incredible 74 degrees, with partly cloudy skies and the low at 56. Sunday, you can break out that umbrella again because there is going to be a 50% chance of rain in the afternoon, with the high still in the upper 60s and the low around 50 degrees. We'll finish up with Monday, which has partly cloudy skies, again with the high in the mid-60s and the low dropping down to the mid-40s. Now, we do see a few days in the forecast that call for that rain jacket, but we all know the saying, April showers bring May flowers. And with the high getting up to the mid-70s this weekend, I'd say the rain is well worth it. Becca and Kaylin, back to you ladies at the desk.
Researchers in the U.S. and India have one common goal: to use participatory research to study and understand the health impacts of things such as air pollution and natural disasters. Professors from the UI College of Public Health and India have collaborated through a research workshop in New Delhi, India. UI College of Public Health Dean Edith Parker and Assistant Research Scientist Nicole Novak were at the forefront of the project. The workshop, which was held in late February and was the first of its kind, allowed the 2 countries to exchange different research methods, technology, and knowledge. The workshop invited participatory researchers from both the U.S. and India. While the workshop is unlikely to happen again, Parker and Novak are looking to continue their work on Iowa's campus. For more on the story, you can head over to dailyiowan.com.
One university nursing professor is making life easier for cancer patients. Assistant Professor of Nursing Stephanie Gilbertson-White has been doing research on rural cancer patients and their access to health care. Through her research, she has developed OASIS oncology-associated symptoms and individualized strategies. OASIS is aimed to bring health expertise to those in rural communities for those who may not always have treatment options available to them. Patients involved with the research done through OASIS meet once a week for 8 to 12 weeks over an online video conference to discuss their symptom management and overall health. For more information on the story and Gilbertson-White's work, head over to dailyiowan.com.
Well, Kaylin, today the University of Iowa is celebrating One Day for Iowa, but yesterday Hawk fans had something else to celebrate.
Yes, that's right. We will talk about what that is in sports.
Yeah, the women's basketball team saw their season come to an end on Monday when they lost to Baylor in the Elite Eight.
But that didn't stop Iowa fans from giving them a warm welcome home.
To show their support for the Hawks.
Players stopped to take pictures, sign autographs, and thank the fans for all the support they've gotten this season.
But there is another way fans can show their support for the women's basketball team this year.
Fans can go online and help the Hawks earn some national recognition.
Fans can head over to NaismithFanVote.com to vote for Megan Gustafson for Player of the Year and Lisa Bluter for Coach of the Year.
Fans can vote up to once a day. So this time tomorrow, I'll be submitting another vote for Coach Bluter and Megan.
That's a good call. I'll make sure to submit my vote again tomorrow as well.
The winners for Player and Coach of the Year will be announced Saturday night.
After sweeping Illinois, the Hawks look to continue their winning streak as they took on Clark yesterday afternoon.
The Hawks got off to a fast start, scoring 2 out of their 3 runs in the first inning.
But Iowa's lead would not last as Clark tied things up in the 8th inning with a solo home run by Jamal Howard, putting the pressure on the Hawks.
Thanks to a sac fly from Chris Whalen, the Hawks got the go-ahead run.
On the mound, Iowa relied on pitcher Duncan Davitt to start things off and then gave it up to Jason Foster to close the books.
Iowa won this one 4-2.
I mean, it's all about trusting your teammates, so I just try and pitch to contact, and if they swing and miss, they swing and miss, but I just want to get out of innings as fast as possible.
I thought he had really good stuff today and composed himself well, did exactly what we needed today, gave us, 5 innings, and stayed under his pitch count, so he's ready to go this weekend. We just didn't string it together, and we didn't have much for extra bases, and makes it hard to score when you do it that way. Tip your hat to Mariama. He went almost 7 innings against us, didn't give up a run, scattered a few hits, but pitching clinic.
Iowa will continue their 9-game homestand when they take on Illinois State at 6:05, weather permitting. And yesterday we heard from some of the defensive players on the football team to see how spring ball is shaping up.
A really good start as a defense. I think we're guys that we've some experience in some positions. Guys are stepping into new roles, and I think it's been really well. We've had a lot of good communication. The culture has been really well. We've been just have a lot of fire, and it's just been fun to play.
A lot of young guys stepping up and filling those roles for our defense because we lost a lot of guys in December of last year. So it's been inspiring to see those younger guys stepping up, and the older guys taking that leadership role on our defense has been the biggest thing for us right now.
My main focuses right now are the spring ball, spring practice, schoolwork, and just keeping my priorities straight and keeping my house in order, really. That's one thing Coach Francis says is keep your house in order. Just really take care of the basics and what's in front of me before I try to think about anything else.
I think we still got well over half the practices left, so there's a lot of opportunities every day to just try to take another step forward. So that's what everyone's been trying to do so far. So be excited to see how far we've come by the end of the spring.
As Nick Neiman said, there's still a lot of spring ball to be played and a lot of questions to be answered.
That's all for us in sports.
Tune in tomorrow to hear if Iowa baseball can keep their winning streak alive.
Back to you at the desk.
Just recently, it was announced that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will have their own royal household and will no longer be sharing with Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge under the Kensington household.
That's right. With the arrival of their first child happening any day now, the splitting of the households is starting to take full swing. First things first, a new Instagram, Sussex Royal.
The Instagram account will focus on Harry and Meghan, while Will and Kate will now have their own Instagram, Kensington Royal. Since Harry and Meghan's engagement about 2 years ago, the four have been portrayed under the same social media channels.
Now, there has yet to be any official announcement regarding other social media channels for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, but we know who we're following next.
Can't wait. Thank you for tuning in to this Wednesday morning edition of DITV.
Be sure to head over to dailyiowan.com for all your latest news.
You can also follow the Daily Iowan on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for around-the-clock updates. For DITV, I'm Becca Scadden.
And I'm Kaylin Cluck. Have a great day, Iowa City, and we'll see you back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place.